Hi friends, welcome to my channel. I'm Arpita Karwa and today we are going to explore a truly inspiring and a vital topic from UGC NET English exam perspective, and that is the most important African American writers. Now, African American writers have shared stories that touch the heart and make us think very deeply because these were the people who have suffered just like the Dalit community has suffered in India. And their work talks about big themes like identity, freedom, race, and fight for equality. These authors didn't just write books, they also gave voice to their own struggles, dreams, and hopes. And the best part, their stories continue to inspire readers around the world. In this video, we are going to look at their key contribution and why knowing these work will give you an edge in your UGC NET exam. Because this is a topic which is not found in any guidebook, any particular history of English literature books, and that is the reason why a lot of students neglect this portion. But it has been seen in the past UGC NET exams that every time there are at least 2-3 questions from African American writers, from post colonial writers, and just because students are not aware about which writers to read, they do not attempt these questions. And that is the reason why I'm here with three most important African American writers that have been repeatedly asked in UGC NET exam. So let's begin. Friends, if you are looking for more PYQs on this topic, you can refer to the Unit 10 questions in my UGC NET Paper 1 book that provides you with 6500 plus solved unit-wise questions with detailed solutions and hints. But hey, what if you are looking for online mock tests that can help you practice questions in online exam format? If that's what you are looking for, you can join our newly updated online mock test series with a wide range of full-length tests available on the Arpita Karwa learning app. These tests perfectly replicate the UGC NET exam interface, providing you with a real-life exam experience. Plus, after each test, you'll receive a detailed performance report and see where you stand in the All India leaderboard. Okay, so let us begin our discussion by talking about one of the most remarkable African American writers, and she's none other than Maya Angelou. Now, the reason why she becomes so important for UGC NET preparation is that she was not just a poet who was writing in the domain of post-colonial literature, but she was also a civil rights activist who used her powerful voice to tell stories of resilience and hope. And she was also somebody who was working deeply in the domain of feminism as well. So she was working in two major domains, post-colonial literature and feminist movement. Now, the most important work that you should know is her autobiography, that is, I Know Why the Caged Birds Sing. And in this, she courageously recounts her early life, which was filled with struggles like poverty and discrimination. Another interesting fact about her is that she was deeply involved in the civil rights movement that happened in Africa, and she was working alongside great leaders like Martin Luther King Jr. And she was fighting against inequality and injustice that a lot of Africans were facing at that time. Through her poetry and prose, she celebrated Black identity and she emphasized self respect, inspired empowerment, particularly for Black women. Oh, and by the way, who doesn't love free stuff? If you want even more past year questions on this topic without spending a penny, head over to our website. Under the past year paper tab, you will find all the PYQs from 2012 onwards. Ours is the only website that offers 150 plus official UGC NET Paper 1 question papers with authentic answer keys for absolutely free. So, what are you waiting for? Check the description box and grab those free resources today. Now, let us quickly look at the most important works of Maya Angelou. So, as I've already told you, her autobiography is repeatedly asked in NET exam in match the column sort of questions. I Know Why the Caged Birds Sing. Other than that, there are so many other works which are right there on your screen. Now, out of all this, the most crucial one that you should know the plot of is her autobiography. And let's quickly learn more about this work. So it's a very deeply moving autobiography. It tells story of her childhood and teenage years where she faced racial discrimination and personal struggles. And through her entire journey, Angelou is exploring themes like identity, trauma, and resilience. And this book is written in a very beautiful poetic style and it carries a powerful message of hope and strength. So somebody who is facing a dark time in their life, maybe this book can appear as a ray of hope. It's a landmark work in African American literature, and therefore you must know that it is connected to Maya Angelou. Okay, so the next important writer that we are going to discuss is legendary Toni Morrison. And here's why she's a must know for your UGC NET preparation, because Toni Morrison is a Nobel Prize winning novelist. Now, you must have seen that in UGC NET exams, a lot of times they are asking questions from the ones who have won Nobel Prize, Sahitya Academy, Booker Prize. Why? Because all these awards are given to legendary writers. They are given to people who have created their own niche in this entire world of English literature, and so has Toni Morrison. Now, if you look at her works, her themes are very similar to how Maya Angelou was writing. She even explored Black identity, talked about their history, community, and there was a special focus on the experiences of Black women. Now, if you look at Morrison's style of writing, which I'm very, very fond of, I keep reading her books, and she blends reality with magic realism. Now, magic realism is a topic that I've already discussed in one of my videos on YouTube. You can see the thumbnail of the video right on your screen, and I would really want you to watch that video because magic realism is another important genre from which a lot of questions are asked these days. Now, when she's blending reality with magic realism, we will find that Toni Morrison is using powerful symbolism to uncover very deep truths about history and human nature in general. And you will be surprised to know how, when she's talking about the culture and society of Africa, it is very, very similar to how we uh, see humans behaving in India. So you will see that human nature is same across different countries and continents. We are just divided by boundaries. Otherwise, we all are on the same boat. Now, if you look at her characters in her works, they are richly developed and they portray challenges, strength, and resilience of African Americans across generations when they were fighting against inequality and injustice. So, you will be surprised to know that in 1993, she became the first Black woman to win Nobel Prize in Literature, and that is how she firmly established her as one of the greatest African American writers. Now, I have covered all her works in detail in my online course, wherein we provide you animated video lectures in which the plot of all these important works are presented in a very, very fun manner using animations and graphics so that it can just stick in your brain. I'm proud to tell that we are India's first and only animated video course providers who have explained more than 500 important plays, novels, and poems in an engaging way. So, if you are interested to learn English literature and prepare for UGC NET English in a different style, more engaging and fun manner, then you can check out the description box. Now it's time to look at the most important works of Toni Morrison. So the most important ones are right there on your screen. Now, out of this, the two most important works that you should read in detail, that means even if you're reading the summary, that would be sufficient. So those are Bluest Eye and Beloved. So let us understand these better. Now, Bluest Eye tells the story of a young African American girl, Piccola, who dreams of having blue eyes, believing it will make her very beautiful and she would be attracting love from a lot of people. Now, the story is set in 1940s of America, and the novel explains themes of racism, beauty standards, and impact of neglect and trauma on a child's life. Now, in the entire novel, you will see Piccola's heartbreaking journey. And through this journey, Toni Morrison is shedding light on how society ideals can deeply affect self worth, making this a powerful and thought provoking story. So, in India, also, we have similar sort of challenges. In India, Fair and Lovely was rebranded so many years later. Why? Because a lot of criticism was given to that brand, saying that it is just promoting fair skin, which is something which is not so Indian, because Indians have a very dusky complexion, and yet we all are just chasing that fair skin, that Korean glass skin. And on the similar lines, you will find that Bluest Eye is also written. It talks about self-love, self-worth, and how you have to feel that you're beautiful from inside. So any girl out there who feels like she's not as beautiful as she should be, or she's not as beautiful as her best friend, I think this book is going to be an eye opener, and it is going to tell you how beauty is so much more than what we just see outside. So it's much deeper than the physical appearance. Moving on to the next work, Beloved, it tells the story of Seth, a woman who escaped slavery but is haunted by ghost of her dead child. Now, this book shows how slavery deeply affects people's life, family, and community. And slavery is something that most of these African American writers are talking about, because this was a time when a lot of European nations were making all these people slaves, and they were working in coffee plantations. You might have read the same in Mansfield Park, written by Jane Austen, where Thomas Bertram is also a person who owns a coffee plantation, and he goes to Africa to just oversee his plantation. So you can see that this entire slavery concept is something that is going to keep popping up in African American literature. Now, if you look at Toni Morrison's writing, you will see that she writes in a very simple yet very emotional manner, and she highlights the pain of America's past and strength of those who lived through it, making Beloved a very important book in the domain of African American writing. Okay, so the next writer on our list is the brilliant James Baldwin, a powerful voice in African American literature. He was a novelist, essayist, and a playwright who was celebrated for his deep exploration of themes like race, sexuality, identity. And he grew up in a place called Harlem. If you remember Harlem Renaissance, which was a very powerful literary movement, I've discussed that in my online course as well. A lot of times they ask questions from this. So it is discussed in one of the modules, which is named as Literary Movement. And there you will see Harlem Renaissance as an important literary movement. So he grew up in this place that from where Harlem Renaissance originated. And then he later moved to France in 1940s. And why did he move to France? Because he wanted to escape racial discrimination. But even after moving to France, you will see that his works continue to reflect the realities of American society. Now, if you look at Baldwin's essay, they are a powerful critique of American racism, and they remain as relevant today as they were back then. And that's the power of literature, that if you read Shakespeare, even after 600 years, 500 years, you will still feel that the same dilemma that Hamlet was facing at that time, even we are facing. And that is what makes literature evergreen, because it talks about human emotions which doesn't change over a period of time. Love, hate, jealousy, anger, these were emotions that people were feeling 2000 years back, and they are still feeling today, and they will continue to feel even after 5000 years. Now, coming back to Baldwin, his literary work, if you see, is very, very powerful. But then, beyond his literary work, he was also a strong advocate of the civil rights movement, and he was using his voice to challenge racial injustices and promote understanding between different races. Now it's time to look at the most important works, and that too, I have ordered them chronologically so that you can answer all those chronology based questions. So, out of all the works that you see on your screen, the only one that you have to read in detail is Go Tell It to the Mountain. And another important work is Fire Next Time. So, let's quickly understand the summary. So, this work, Go Tell It to the Mountains, Tell It on a Mountain, it is divided into three sections, and it tells the story of a 14-year-old boy, uh, and it is about his journey of spiritual and moral awakening. Now, this novel is set during Saturday night church service in Harlem, where the boy reflects on his struggle, faith, and his family. And this powerful story explores theme of religion, identity, and challenges of growing up, making it a groundbreaking work in literature. So, this was the first work. Another important work that you should probably read the summary of is Fire Next Time. Now, it is a collection of two essays where James Baldwin shares his thought on the history of racism in America and his hope for a brighter, more equal future. He is blending his personal experiences with broader social issues, and Baldwin calls for change in mutual understanding. And while I was reading these essays, I found the term very similar to how George Orwell was writing. I remember one of his very famous short story wherein he recounts how a Britisher had to kill an elephant, and he was taken aback because पूरा वो post colonialism and how British soldiers were asked to dominate the colonized people. All of that, narrative was there. And even in Fire Next Time, you will see a similar sort of tone where he's blending personal experiences with broader social issues, and his powerful and heartfelt writing urges all the readers to face the reality of racial injustice, making this book a key work in African American literature. So, this was the most important African American writers. Now, let's quickly look at some solved questions from this topic that have been asked in UGC NET English exams. So, the first one is right on your screen, and the correct answer is James Baldwin, Go Tell It on the Mountain. We've just read about this work. In this particular work, there's a 14-year-old boy who is having a spiritual awakening on a Saturday night at a church in Harlem. Okay, so basically, they've given the plot and they've asked you to identify the work. That's the reason why I keep telling you that just mugging up the names is not a sufficient exercise. You have to go beyond it. You need to know the basic storyline, and that is the reason why I emphasize that in my in my video course as well, online course, I try to give you all these stories in a manner where they are explained using graphics and animation, so that all these stories are there in your mind even on the day of the exam. The next is a match the column sort of a question where you have been given four um, writers, and then on the other hand you have been given four works. So out of this combination we know that Mercy was written by Toni Morrison. Now you have to look at the options given, and we can very simply mark that the correct answer is A, because it is only in A that Mercy is paired with Toni Morrison. So match the column questions में आपको सारे अगर राइटर्स नहीं भी पता है और कुछ राइटर्स भी पता है तो भी आप बहुत अच्छे से मैच कर पाते हो. But said that, I have already covered the other ones in my online course. So because in YouTube video we cannot go beyond a particular time limit, that's why I had to choose three most important writers. But then the other ones that are there on your screen are also equally important, and they are covered in detail in the online course. Okay, if you're looking for more PYQs on this topic, you can check out my exclusive mock test series that provides you with 3000 plus topic wise questions. Plus, after every test you get detailed performance report and your ranking in the All India leaderboard, which will help you to spot your weak and strong areas. That's it from my side for this video lecture. We'll meet you very soon in the next video lecture. Till the time we meet next, happy learning, keep loving literature, and stay tuned to arpitakarwa.com.